Hi dear Aquarius, welcome back. This is A from High Vibes Tarot, and this is your May 2023 Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus general reading for Aquarius. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you, but I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Thank you for being here and welcome back. If this is not your first time, continuation of this reading will be in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you, and you will be redirected to the blog, and you could scroll down the page after you've seen your last oracle card and make your own 3-card spread. Just make sure that you are setting an intention before you shuffle, so that you wouldn't find yourself shuffling it all over again, just so you could get the answer that you want to hear. Okay, crazy in love. I can't help but hear you have been crazy in love in the recent past, and perhaps you're in that honeymoon phase, or perhaps you have finally found the love of your life, but somewhere down the road, or perhaps in this present situation, apologies for that background noise. Perhaps right now you are you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do next. You don't know where to go, or perhaps there are some fears. You're evaluating the situation. You have doubts. Could be self-doubt, could also be doubting your person, doubting yourself in a sense that this is too good to be true, and you know it's your responsibility to make it right this time. However, you are doubting yourself. Perhaps you're thinking that you do not have the ability to make this work, or perhaps you think that you have always failed in relationships, and right now you feel that you will do it again. This Two of Wands right here, you're entering a relationship, or you're entering a dungeon. You're entering a cave. You don't know what's right there, but being the Aquarius that you are, you know that you are ready. You know that you can, you have the confidence to pass through that. But right now, you are thinking that I just can't mess this up. I can't be the Aquarius that I was in the past, because this is such a good connection. I don't want to waste that away. So as a result, you are thinking that you're very fearful of making a decision. You're very fearful that your habits in the past would would destroy this connection. You are ready to build something new. You are ready to build from scratch. Perhaps you're ready to make it work, but you know that your habits, interpersonal habits, personal also interpersonal habits, are perpetrate certain patterns that just contributes to a failure in relationships. And be mindful, dear Aquarius, that you are thinking this way. That would be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So let it go. Just go in the flow. You're very much in love. You're very much in a situation wherein perhaps you think that you have found your match. Look at her. It's almost as if she is getting drunk in the feelings of love, getting drunk in love, if that makes sense to you. Let us explore more cards to explore the energies around this connection. This is a general reading, but it kind of feels like, with the Queen of Cups there, it kind of feels like it's more of a love situation, a romantic situation. You are very fearful to take a leap of faith. Could be that. You are your own worst enemy. That is what I am getting from here. You're very fearful of Perhaps for some of you, you were married and you haven't finalized the divorce, or you have not given your ex the closure that they need, and so perhaps you fear that that ex will haunt you. In what ways can you let go of your doubts? In what ways can you move on to a new chapter, to this new chapter? In what ways can you free yourself from self-limiting beliefs? I know you have heard that often, because a lot of people are a lot of coaches are using that. But in what ways can you just let it go and forget about your past misgivings? You have here, it's almost like birthing to something new, but you have it in reverse. It's almost as if this is the beginning and the end of the major arcana in the tarot deck. You are way ahead of yourself. You're getting advanced and you thinking that your ex will haunt you, or perhaps you will not perform, quote unquote, perform well in this relationship. You are not taking that leap of faith. You'd rather repress your feelings, you'd rather repress your move, or repress your authentic truth, repress expressing yourself, because you fear, or you are way advanced, or you are way ahead of yourself. You are thinking that you would fail. Be, as I've mentioned, be mindful that you are repressing yourself. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They are very grounded, they are very receptive, very abundant. Almost, I know you would hate that, you might hate the term a wife material or a husband material. You may not agree to that, but whatever it is that you are looking for in a partner, this person that you have met has everything that you want. Okay, be mindful also, dear Aquarius, that you are trying to this works both ways. Be mindful that you are trying to groom them in a way that is like you. Be mindful also that you are letting go of your beliefs, just so you could adjust to this person's beliefs, if I make sense. You are focusing right now, it seems like you are focusing on the negative aspects of this new connection. This could mean, as I've mentioned earlier, you feel that you would make a mistake, you would destroy it once again, do what you have been doing in the past, that your past mistakes would repeat this time around. Perhaps those are the fears that are hunting you right now. So in what ways can you feel there is like a push and pull between your enthusiasm to jump into this new relationship, or to jump getting to know this person, and on the other end of the spectrum is you taming yourself, repressing yourself, because you fear that you would commit the same mistake that you have done in your previous relationships. So how can you strike that balance? In what ways can you strike that balance between that enthusiasm, or between that high energy of getting to know this person, and you, I'm not saying that you have to repress yourself a little. What I'm saying is that do not be ahead of yourself. Just enjoy the moment and be present. If you are in a manic episode, in what ways can you tame yourself? Ooh, celebration. You may have met the person who is actually your match, and you have been this person who is a social butterfly. Could be flirtatious, could be somebody who loves to flirt around. So perhaps that part of you is something that you might want to tame, dear Aquarius. Okay, as I have mentioned, you may have met your soulmate. If you are flirting with other people, dear Aquarius, alongside with this person, perhaps it's about time for you to just choose one and be serious. Maybe that is what the universe is telling you. Soulmate, you could be dealing with your soulmate, and once again you have here the Temperance card, self-control, emotional intelligence. In what ways can you connect with your emotions more deeply rather than overthinking about what to do next, overthinking that you would fail this relationship, overthinking about the situation and where to go from here? So you may want to reassess your habits in relationships, reassess how you have been treating others. What are you clinging on to? Which of your habits are giving that pattern that drains your resources, your energy, your creativity? In what ways are you which habits do you have that perpetuate those patterns that you fear that you will do again? So if you are a social butterfly, if you're very flirtatious, if those are the habits that perpetuate the affairs you've been having in the past, I mean, that's what your cards are showing. In what ways can you tame it down? In what ways can you help yourself be the highest version of yourself? See, there are two women that are showing up in your spread here. Look, dear Aquarius, if you have been regretful of your previous relationships and you are now facing a new connection, be mindful that you are obsessing about your previous relationship to a point that it affects your current relationship. This could mean you comparing your ex to this current person, or perhaps you are looking for a new connection that resembles how your ex was. Perhaps you hate yourself for being this flirtatious when you were in a relationship with your ex. So those energies or those habits that you have been practicing in the past, which aspects of your past relationships allows you to surface, allows your bad habits to surface? So in what ways can you deal with that? If you hated yourself, if you regret losing your ex in the past and you know that it was your fault, how can you be accountable to that? How can you change that? How can you not let that happen once again? So I hope I'm making sense. Apologies, English is not my first language, but I hope I'm still making sense. So as I've mentioned, there are two women that are showing up in your spread. It doesn't necessarily have to be two women, because I could be talking to an Aquarius born female here, but the energy, this is a feminine energy. You could be sulking you could be sulking about your past, the way you have handled your most recent love situation, and you hate yourself for it. So what aspects of that past relationship, what have you learned from that past relationships that you could transform in your new connection right now. So there are two female energies that I'm getting here. Of course, this is not gender specific, but the energy is a feminine energy of somebody who is very forthright. We have here somebody who is very forthright, if I may say, a cold-hearted bitch, or perhaps somebody who is very mysterious, very intelligent, same sign as you. They resemble your habits, your traits in more ways than one, because this is an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Very social, like a social butterfly, free-spirited, out for an adventure, ready to socialize, very sociable and outgoing. This is the other person. The other person is an earth sign, as I've mentioned. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Very hardworking, very stable, very grounded. They know what they want in life. They say no to things. They know their boundaries. They're very mature. So these are the two traits of the individuals that you may be torn between two lovers, dear Aquarius. I'm not sure, but perhaps these are the two people that I'm not sure if you're juggling these two people, or perhaps you're dealing with an Aquarius born individual who's you could be one of, if you're a cross watcher, you could be one of this two. And yeah. So, dear Aquarius, if you are juggling with two people, or you are reassessing, you are, as I have mentioned a while ago, your core energy, you are afraid to make a decision. This is your present moment. Let me just fix. You're afraid to make a decision. It's like entering a dungeon and you don't know how to move forward, how to choose. Do I go there? Do I choose? You are afraid to make a choice. And you're very much in love. You're very much, if not in love, you're very much attracted to you're presented with you're interested in a lot of people, dear Aquarius, and you are afraid to make a choice. I'm not in the position to tell you to make a choice right now, but what I can only tell you is that you must be able to let go of what have you learned in your past relationships, which aspects of your past relationships that you could transform, so that you would no longer repeat your past mistakes. In what ways can you connect with your intuition so that you would be guided in your choice? In what ways can you take a leap of faith? In what ways can you make calculated risks? In what ways can you release your overthinking, release yourself from overthinking self? In what ways can you contemplate, step back and contemplate about what really matters to you? In what ways can you, one of these individuals could be your ex. What are you truly looking for? How do you see yourself as the highest version of yourself? And as you do so, in what ways can you bring fruition to that? You need to close a chapter in your life right now, and you need to reconnect with who you are as a person, and how this new lovers around you are kind of mirroring that, or reinforcing your values, reinforcing your beliefs, and complementing your outlook in life. So let's get what the universe wants you to know. What do you want, Aquarius? Oh, what's that? Transformation. It seems like you're in a period of transformation, dear Aquarius, but be mindful that you are looking at I can't help but hear the quote, you cannot heal from where you have been broken. So you run the risk of doing the same mistake that you have done in the past. So this could be, look at her, this could be a butterfly that is growing to be a dress, or a dress that is turning out to be a butterfly. So you could be focusing on your past. You could be focusing on, let's say the butterfly is your past, you could be focusing on the butterfly and how you have dealt with your previous relationships. And instead of you focusing on the dress, which is, let's say, the future or the present moment, you choose to be obsessed about how you have been in the past. Okay, I kind of sound so big, but let's say, for example, you have been this flirtatious, you like messing around, or you like to build a connection with two people at once. If that has been your trait in the past, and you run the risk of doing that again now, perhaps you have had an affair in the past and you regret that, you run the risk of doing that again. So it wouldn't hurt to self-correct or to be mindful of your actions. I don't know, perhaps you might tell me, I don't know, I'm just like that. I'm just built to be social. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what aspect or habits you have been doing in the past that you truly regret. In what ways can you let that go? In what ways can you stop doing that? If I may put it that way. So how can you welcome this transformation? How would you perhaps this card wants, the universe wants to ask you, how can I be the person who I want to be? Am I the person I would like to be? What can I do right now to transform some part of myself? So that is the message of the universe for you, and the continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you there, Aquarius, and yeah, I hope to see you there and see you next time. I'm gonna leave it at that. So thank you for being here and see you next time. Bye.